Hear ye, gather round for another edition of Young Kings Wrestling featuring the Sovereign Soundboard. As always, you can find us on most platforms, streaming your favorite podcast episodes, including Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, Google Podcasts, and iHeartRadio. Alexa, play Young Kings Wrestling, because you can find it on Amazon Music as well. And if you're listening on iTunes, leave us a review of the 5-star kind. 7 if you're rating us from the Tokyo Dome. Big facts. Links to all the platforms and the merchandise are available at ykwrestling.com. Special shout out to SeatGeek for sponsoring today's episode. If you don't know, now you know. SeatGeek is a ticket app that takes the confusion out of buying tickets. They put a 0 to 10 score on each ticket, so you know if you're getting a good deal or a bad deal. And listeners of Young Kings Wrestling will get $20 off of their first ticket purchase with the code YK Wrestling. As always, I am the thespian TC Fontaine, joined by what are we today?
Since I got the attire on already, the $1 Million Man, Reek DiBiase.
Yeah. I didn't get an opportunity to introduce the new nickname, Reek Curry. Curry. Welcome to the club.
Yeah.
Feeling. My boy was on a cruise. How was a cruise, man?
Oh, it was cool, man. It was cool. Smooth. Fun times. Didn't hurt. I just trued in style, you know what I'm saying? And had the sauce with me. So even if it hurt, it didn't hurt till the morning. So I was all right.
You already know what it is. And where'd you go?
So we first stop was DR. We was there for a day. Then St. Thomas, Tortola, and then they got a little Norwegian owns this little island in the Bahamas that we got to go to, hit the beach up in there too. So
nice. 7
days, man. It's a long one. By like the 4th day, you like, all right, cool. We done had a good time.
Right. If I ever go on a cruise, man, it's only gonna be like 3 days.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get burnt out. Hey, your 30th sounded a hell of a lot more exciting than mine.
Yeah. It was a good time, man. It was a good time. I told y'all, like, my phone took a dive with me. It took the wrong kind of bump like 3 days in. So majority of the trip I ain't have it with me. But
your phone
man.
fishes now?
Oh yeah. I got a new one once I got back. I had to go on the computer there and get me a replacement. But I just enjoyed time more. You know what I'm saying? I just got to unplug. That's all it was.
Facts. Big facts. Hey, listen, I didn't know Reek was going on a cruise, so like when he went off the grid for a couple days, I was getting kind of worried. I was like, damn, the birthday turn up must be real.
I didn't even realize till like the day we was leaving. I'm like, I didn't even tell, but a couple people that I was leaving. So like now my phone going, I'm like, oh shoot. I'm like, man, Sunday coming up. I gotta hit everybody.
Hey, man, welcome back though. You've been back for a while, but this our first time interacting on the show since before you left. So welcome back. And real quick, y'all, Sovereign Soundboard, he just had to pop his head in for a bit. He is not going to be here for the rest of the episode because right now, I mean, it's damn near it's the end of the month pretty much. But the Spooky Soundboard is back again for the 2nd consecutive year. Welcome here, Spooky. How you doing, sir? Yeah. Shout out to the Spooky Soundboard.
Facts.
You here. And big shout out to real quick, if you don't know, in the theater world, because I'm the thespian TC Fontaine, in the theater world, when you audition for a play or you get a role in like a play and you the main character, say what's a play everybody know, Romeo and Juliet. So if you playing Romeo in Romeo and Juliet, and you cast as Romeo, you the lead. You obviously the lead. You the title character. But something happens the day of the show. You get sick. You get the stomach flu. You can't perform on stage.
A few moments later.
See, that's very disrespectful that technology will mess up on both of our ends at the same time in the middle of this. So let's run this back. Our apologies. Let's run this back. Kevin Nash and his wife. Our condolences, prayers to them. They lost their son. Extra prayers also to Kevin Nash because his son passed away on his best friend's birthday. His best friend passed away a few months ago. So I'm sure this is very, very tough on my man. One of the toughest guys that I have had the pleasure of meeting in the past. We've had the pleasure of watching all these years, these decades. One of the toughest guys is in one of the most vulnerable situations of his life, and so we want to send our prayers over to him.
Thanks.
As we mentioned, it's Scott Hall's birthday, so prayers up to Scott Hall's family as well on this day. And I know probably Kevin Nash's families and Scott Hall's families are very close, so it's probably a very tough day for everybody. So big prayers, all the prayers.
Yeah.
Can't say it enough. All the prayers. Super Shredder, Diesel, Big Daddy Cool, Big Sexy, all the nicknames.
Yes, sir.
He was in Magic Mike.
Yeah, he was. He was too.
He was also in John Wick.
That's right. Yeah,
one of those John Wick.
He got spared. He wasn't a body in John Wick. He got spared
because he was like, you know what, fuck them, and so I don't get paid enough for this. It's
exactly
many niggas inside. Go get them.
Make a business decision. And Kev
Kevin
has
Nash
never failed to make a business decision.
Hey, hold on. Is he on the throne? I swear he on the throne. I'm pretty sure he on the throne.
I don't think we put him on. I don't think we did.
There we go. He on the throne. I got another throne member later, but
yeah.
Today
it's earned.
It is. It's very earned. We'll get to that in a minute. As Reek handles that. But
yeah,
today in wrestling history, not a whole lot going on here. It's not really got much to do with wrestling, but Brock Lesnar signs to the UFC in 2007 today. So shout out to Brock Lesnar. And also today in 2002, 20 years ago, No Mercy 2002 was 20 years ago today.
Oh, that was that show.
Yeah, which I want to talk about it because we watch wrestling all week long. And big shout out to the Apron Bump for, my guy Kyle. He invited us on there last year. It was a fun episode. Big shout out to them. But him and Vince, shout out to Vince too. They reviewed No Mercy 2002 about a week or two ago. And then I said, I gotta go watch this because I remember this was some heat. I had to watch the Hell in a Cell mainly, but the rest of the card was some heat. Let's run it down. What we have here, man. We had what's up? We good?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, my bad. We had Chris Jericho and Christian putting the world titles on the line versus Booker T and Goldust. Tori Wilson and Dawn Marie. That was like around the Al Wilson times.
Yeah, that was bad.
We had RVD and Ric Flair because you remember Ric Flair cost RVD the title at Unforgiven.
That's right.
We had Jamie Noble and Tajiri for the Cruiserweight title. That was decent. Jamie Noble was my guy back then. And then I realized he used to wrestle with the Confederate flag on his tights.
Yeah, that's a dub. Sorry.
In the unification match, one of the dumbest decisions, a rare dumb decision that they made in 2002. They got rid of the Intercontinental title for like 7 months. So Triple H unified it, won his fifth Universal Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah, unified.
That was decent. Terrible storyline surrounding that. Glad that was over. We had Kurt Angle. I didn't know Kurt Angle only won one tag team championship. He won his lone tag team championship in a handicap match by himself versus Edge and Rey Mysterio.
Oh, who?
Yeah.
Who?
It's crazy. There's almost 2 wrestlers in this match that got the redacted treatment, but I decided to say his name. We had Trish and Victoria for the women's title, fun feud, and then Hell in a Cell, Brock and Undertaker, man. And I didn't. What was the situation about with the girl in Stephanie's office, and then Undertaker came in and called her a bitch and then walked out? What was that about? I don't remember. I remember it was some chick that was just in it for a payday. Paul Heyman said, "You know, I'm gonna pay you like I didn't pay these brothers and was it ECW last year? I'll pay you though to lie on the Undertaker."
I think it was something like him having an affair or something like that. Because that's when he was still with Sarah or whatever.
Yeah.
And they tried to say like he was like creeping with some girl or something. I think it was something like that. And he was trying to take her up.
Whatever it was, it worked because Undertaker lost. So
yeah,
he never beat Brock Lesnar.
Not in the cell. That was a classic.
Title.
No.
Never. Yeah. So that was No Mercy. I also watched that wedding special on Peacock. It was like the most awesome weddings.
Oh man,
I didn't know the most awesome thing was a series, so I gotta go watch the other episodes. But yeah, that I'll actually like that show. The personalities they have on there, perfect fit. Like Xavier Woods talking about the Teddy Long wedding.
Oh my god!
I look forward to that segment more than any other segment on the episode, just because I saw Xavier Woods on the panel.
That's the best wedding that they ever did. I don't care what nobody say.
Yeah. So, what's your top 5 wrestling weddings?
Oh man, I didn't even really have 5 like that, but definitely got Edge and Lita.
Mm-hmm.
Theirs is up there. Kane and Lita. Then Triple H and Steph.
With the Devour New?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the other one? I changed my tune on it because I wasn't really with it, but I gotta put Rusev and Lana up there because I feel like in the moment we was shitting on it, but you go back and watch it back, it's entertaining, especially with Liv coming through at the end.
Are you talking about Lana and Lashley?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's right. Because I think Rusev crashed it, but yeah, that one is highly underrated.
Didn't Lana and Rusev get married though, or am I tripping?
I don't think they did on screen.
Okay, I might be.
No, they did it because she caught hell when they announced the engagement online and shit like that.
Yeah, they had hella heat.
Yeah, that was a bad problem. But yeah, Lana Lashley, and of course, Teddy, Crystal. You can't beat that.
No.
That was Tyler Perry before Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry really blew up.
Tyler Perry had like 2 movies at that time when that shit came out. That took place in Tyler Perry's crib. That took place in Atlanta.
Facts.
Jagged Edge. You had The Godfather showed up. You had Vince McMahon bopping to Jagged Edge, Let's Get Married. You'll never see that ever again. You had Jeff Hardy getting it to some Jagged Edge. You'll never see that again.
He come to the cookout.
Right. You even had CM Punk in there getting it to some Jagged Edge. You ain't never gonna see that.
Nah. Then what's his name was officiating the wedding too?
Bruce.
Yes.
And the Yin Yang Twins was there too.
Right. Oh man.
I mean, I talked about this a few months back. I watched that episode a few months back.
Yeah.
It was live. Yeah, that's my number one
backstage.
Yeah. Number 1 wrestling wedding. Number 2 wrestling. The rest of them not ranked. Yeah, they are. Number 2, Lana Lashley, because I've never been more entertained watching a wrestling wedding live on TV. Like Teddy and Crystal wasn't live; it was taped, and then I didn't even watch it when it aired. So that was something I watched back later. Like, this is a comedy. But Lana Lash, I watched that live and I had a great time. Twitter, Montez Ford had the best reaction to the whole entire thing. I'm gonna put Steph and Triple H vow renewal number 3.
Yeah,
and then I'm gonna put the original wedding number 4 because that was the catalyst for everything.
Yeah, that's true.
You remember, like, they got married and she wasn't really passed out. It was a plan. Like, they planned it the whole entire time.
Long-term booking.
Yeah. Now look where we at now. And then number 5. What's number 5? I don't know number 5, honestly. I can't think of it. Maybe I have to give it Edge later.
And for the people who said, "Where's my show?" and Miss Elizabeth, listen, we weren't alive for that. We acknowledge it. We know it exists, but we didn't see it live, so that
man.
can't. It's not. It don't seem fair to count that.
Like, I pick and choose when I count stuff that I wasn't alive for, and so I'm not gonna pick it this time.
Plus, it didn't really. It went off without a hitch. There was no shenanigans in it.
Yeah, so it don't count really because all these other weddings, is something happened.
Right.
And for some reason, so they showed on the episode, they showed Edge and Vicky, and Triple H came out cock blocking.
Oh,
I was like, dude, Triple H crashed a lot of people's weddings.
Like, insane.
So it's all bad. So shout out to that. Royal address of rumors. Let's get into this real quick. See what this is doing.
Oh yeah. So we already mentioned Adam Page got diagnosed with a concussion, but sticking with the world of almost exclusively white, Ace Woodchuck Steel is done. It's over for him. Apparently he was surprised. Apparently he was surprised by that though. I don't know why, but yeah, he's out the door. It's a wrap for him. Still don't know what's going on with Punk and the Bucks, but they're back to talking about them on TV again, so they might be back. Who knows? I said this last week. I ain't getting too much into speculative stuff on here no more because it's a lot of drama. We ain't trying to get into that no more. So the other 2 things I got. Lastly, did an interview with Rainmaker NYC where he was talking about why he left the company back in 2008. A lot of people said it was contract issues and stuff like that. He said that's not true. He was making good money, but he wanted to take some opportunities elsewhere, kind of legitimize himself a bit. So he's looking at MMA. So, he went to Bellator, Strikeforce, got some fights under his belt, stuff like that. And, he did the whole thing with Impact at the time too. But main thing was he wanted to legit, like Brock did. Brock went out, made a legit name for himself, got in UFC, did his thing. He kind of wanted to emulate that a little bit. So he went off, did his thing, and now he feels like coming back, he, is a more legitimate threat. And he is. Been a world champion, so, he did what he needed to do. The other thing, and this is the big one, Dwayne Johnson, who we know as The Rock, he's also doing some interviews, a lot of promotion, stuff like that, talking, for the new movie. And most recently, he was talking about a conversation he had with his old buddy, Nick Khan, and some potential career opportunities, shall we say, that may be open. Obviously, the board has been moving some seats around, stuff like that, and he had a little conversation about that. He said, he and I talked about it over a bottle of Terramana, and obviously he loves the wrestling business. He grew up in it. It's in his blood. So he said, I'm not too sure if a board seat is available in the future, but possibly some other things. So the man that doesn't want to acknowledge the tribal chief, his cousin, apparently might be looking into trying to be his boss. According to his words. What he's insinuating is, he might just be trying to cut out the middleman and just go to the top, apparently. It's interesting.
Bro, just come back. You clearly spending all your time getting acclimated with SoFi Stadium. You there every 2 weeks to do something for the NFL.
That's a fact.
You done been at SoFi Stadium like 5 times, and then this dude gonna pull up to the Maple Leafs game like last week or earlier this week, something like that. You just be everywhere, all over the place, except acknowledging Roman. Everywhere else.
Man, listen.
Scary, man.
Stop ducking. Oh, one more thing. And I don't know how I didn't bring this up earlier. Bianca Belair has hit a milestone most recently. She has now been Raw Women's Champion for 200 days. She is now the longest reigning Black World Champion in WWE history. What else are we going to say that ain't been said about our queen already? I mean, she might, before it's all said and done, she might go down in GOAT status. But, yeah. Shout out to Bianca.
She might be there right now.
That, I talked about the match that she had Extreme Rules. That was a chef's kiss. It should have been the main event. But, yeah, man. She ain't gonna be around for long, so let's appreciate it. Because I could tell you, if y'all been paying attention, we only got a limited amount of time, so we might as well enjoy this while it lasts.
You know, when you start seeing like people who don't watch wrestling on Twitter like retweeting her posts, that's when you know the end is about to be near. Like she already done branched out to the fact that her and Roman got so many people who I've never seen tweet about wrestling before, tweeting about wrestling every night, including AEW. These they watch AEW too.
Of course.
So like they watching every night. They're watching NXT. They're watching AEW. They're watching Rampage. When we watch AEW, we didn't even watch Rampage. We got these fans watching Rampage because it's these stars now that's just transcendent. You see them on social media. It's primarily because folks find them attractive, but that's the whole point of having these attractive athletes. Yeah. It's so you can market them to get the eyes on your product and you can make money.
I'm about to say, why do you think Jade is front and center? You know what I'm saying? Like that's one of the lone success stories they've had in the women's division in AEW, but that's by design.
Yeah. Shout out to Jade.
Yes, sir.
I seen y'all trying to bring up Jade to deflect from Bianca's accomplishments and then try to say that y'all wasn't doing that. I saw it.
I don't like that.
It's the usual suspects too.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all should just stop. Yeah, I don't care who paying y'all to do this shit. I don't care. Stop it.
Yeah.
Y'all say we ain't trying to pit black women against each other, but you're doing that, bringing her up when she ain't even the topic of discussion right now. So we got to acknowledge she's been TBS champion for almost a year. Okay.
We're not talking about her right now.
Right. when she champion for a full year, it's probably going to happen. Then
we've never failed to give Jade her flowers at the end of the day. But again, when it's time to talk about her, we talk about her. This is not that moment.
Yeah, man. Calm down with all that mess. Calm down with all that mess.
And she still hasn't even hit, that peak yet. Like Bianca is flowing right now and done hit all these milestones. Like Jade is still just getting started. So we got more than enough time. Y'all can be patient.
Yeah, for sure. That's all we got.
Yeah.
That's all we got for the Royal Address of Rumors. I might have a new name for that. I think I might change the name up, man. We're gonna table it. We're gonna sit at the round table and have a discussion. That's what we're gonna do.
Gotcha.
But you know what we're not gonna change the name of? Peasant of the Week.
Yes.
I think Peasant of the Week is appropriate because it's a lot of peasants. A lot of peasants. Shout out to Booker T. Hey, yeah, Booker T, man. I didn't get to talk about that either. My guy, I get to hear him every week now. I love
Shuck it, duck it, quack, quack.
Hey, did you watch NXT this past week?
I caught a couple. I still got it recorded, so I got to watch the whole thing.
Did you catch Raquel versus Cora?
Oh, I did.
Did you see Raquel's entrance? And then she flexed her back. This dude Booker T just had a spasm. He said, "Oh, look at the back right there. Oh my gosh."
That made me think of the time he was on the mic when he was in the ring. He's like, "Oh, Booker T stomping up my holding him."
Hell yeah. It's his best moment in TNA. I don't care.
Oh yeah, hands down.
Might be one of his best moments ever. Main event Mafia.
Probably.
Truth, man.
Something. Yeah. Could beat that.
Hey, that was peak team. But Peasant of the Week, man. If you've listened to Peasant of the Week in the past, probably already know where we're going with this. But let me just bring it in, man.
I'm packing the edits, guess what?
These peasants, you peasants.
I, TC Fontaine, creator of Peasant of the Week, host of the Peasant of the Week segment, I would like to, once again, I have lost count at this point. I want to say it's like 5 or 6. Is that about right?
Probably.
About 5 or 6. If anybody has been keeping track, or if anybody has nothing better to do but to go back and listen to all the episodes over the past, we introduced Peasant of the Week for the first time last August. So if you want to go run those back and archive every Peasant of the Week for me, you don't got to listen to the full episode. You can just, skip around here and there until you hear the Peasant of the Week segment, and then you can move on.
Yeah.
You don't got to listen to all episodes like 2 hours long. It would take you forever to do that. 2 hours over the last year and some change. It'll take you a while. But if you can do that, you don't have to. I'm just saying, if you feel like, up to it, go take care of that for me and let us know how many times this guy right here has gotten Peasant of the Week, including today, because Rey Mysterio bring that ass here.
Bring that ass here, boy.
Man, I would like to acknowledge you again as Peasant of the Week, because your son grew up a screw up, got introduced to the game, got an ounce and blew up. So instead of you doing something about it, instead of you holding yourself accountable, and if I'm wrong, he has not held himself accountable for his role in Dominic defecting over. So if I'm wrong, let me know. But for my records, he has not done that yet. Instead of holding himself accountable, he decided to come to his job on his day off. On his day off. On a Friday. Back, you remember what Rey Mysterio used to do on his Fridays like 10 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
What did Rey Mysterio do on his Friday nights 10 years ago every fall? He went to his son's Dominic's football games.
Exactly.
So now what he's doing, he's going to his job on his day off on a Friday. It was in New Orleans, right?
Yeah, it was.
He went to the New Orleans. He went to the boot. He went to New Orleans. He said, I'm going to talk to my boss in New Orleans. Face to face, he decided, says, I can't discipline my son at all. Not that he can't, it's that he won't discipline his son at all.
Yeah.
I'm going to go and decide to make the decision to take food off the rest of my family's plate and just retire. But Rick, did he plan on retiring when he went to the booth last Friday?
Nah.
Did he plan on retiring?
Not at all.
He went in there on some facade with no legitimate plans to retire.
Mega cap.
He big capped because this dude packed his wrestling gear up. And he went there and he lied about wanting to retire to force a trade because he was running from that ass whooping. And somehow he gets rewarded with a championship opportunity. He had to work for it. He didn't work for the opportunity to get the opportunity. It's just that Karrion Cross wasn't available.
Yeah. I can't
Hey, man.
begin to describe how much this infuriated me because
Reek, bro. I'm watching SmackDown live, right? And like it didn't hit me what I just saw. It was like Triple H was like, "Come into my office, we can talk. I don't want you to retire." And then they went to commercial, and it was like in the middle of commercial. I think it was a Progressive commercial where it just hit me. I was like, "No, this nigga just came in here and decided to up and quit and take food off his family's plate. Them Louis bags don't come cheap.
No, they don't.
They don't come cheap. So you said, I'm just gonna go and do conventions for the rest of my dang life.
The masks too.
Oh yeah, the masks. I'm gonna sell masks and do conventions and do some independent wrestling shows because I'm running from this ass whooping. I'm gonna take off this safe income and mess up my legacy. Hey man, so he gets rewarded with a title shot. So this ain't even for Rey Mysterio no more. I'm speaking to Gunther right now. You get close, Gunther. I got some Big Show, the Great Khali, Kevin Nash, Dave Batista. I'm gonna need you to gather the energy of all these men like the Infinity Gauntlet and do work.
Damn.
I'm gonna need you to gather. I'm gonna say it 3 times like Dr. Umar. I'm gonna need you to gather the energy of all these men like the Infinity Gauntlet. I'm gonna need you to gather the energy of all these men like the Infinity Gauntlet. I'm gonna need you to gather the energy of all these men like the Infinity Gauntlet. Because I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
I'm tired of it. This man, this man went to his job on his day off.
Right.
Force a trade and run from my ass whooping.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
You don't find that suspicious? Because I do.
It upset my spirit. It upset me on a different level because you got to remember, right? Last week, before we even got to Friday, when was the last time we saw Rey Mysterio? He was in the ring. He had a match. First off, let's just recap the whole week. Coming off Extreme Rules, in which he went out to get involved in a match that he wasn't a part of. He just jumped in the middle of Edge's business.
He went to work on his day off yet again.
Right. Got in the middle of Judgment Day business and got stomped out by his son on national television. That was Sunday. 24 hours later, he says, I'm not going to address it. I'm not going to discipline my son. I'm not going to address my son. I'm just going to go find Chad Gable.
I'm going to go wrestle Shorty G.
Find out what he's doing and let us have a wrestling match. So then that happens.
I ain't gonna lie.
It was. You know, the two of them could work. Well, in the middle of that match, Dominic shows up again and decides he's going to give you the smoke yet again, cursing you out in Spanish once again on national television for everyone to see and hear. And you not only don't do that, you stand there and take it, and your lip is trembling and everything like that. You just cowering in front of your child to the point he slapped you in the face. You didn't do nothing. Then his people show up. You want to fight them. You got all the smoke for them, but nothing for your son. He done jumped you, beat you up again, and you sat up there and cried. Sat up there on the ring ropes, crying and walking away from your child.
Raymond, this man called you a pussy in Spanish.
He did.
Now, the high school I went to, South High School, Omaha, Nebraska, it's like 70% Hispanic. My homies taught me Spanish. They taught me how to call people pussies in Spanish. I know what he said to you. And you just let it happen. You said, let me just go run away.
After all that happened, you went to Triple H.
He risked his life for you at the age of 8 years old in the middle of a ladder match with a guy that wanted to harm your family. And he's a bigger man of the house than Rey Mysterio at 8 years old. That is
that's a damn shame.
Like, how do you, after all of that, go to Triple H and say, I can't do this. I quit.
I quit. I want you to quit. I think Triple H listened to the show. He said, you know what? I feel like you can win this fatal 4-way later on. I'm gonna get you against Gunther. I had Gunther give you the ass whooping that Dom is giving you. You can't run from the ass whooping over here. It's big dogs over on this side.
Yeah, this is gonna be well deserved. I need to see, because there was a match that when he was still Walter, there was a match he had. I don't think it was actually Ray. I think it was another masked wrestler that he had a match with, and there was a spot where he just power bombs this dude off the turnbuckle so hard that his mask comes off. I need him to recreate that spot. I need that to happen.
Don't worry,
again.
I'll find it.
Yeah. Because like I watched the clip and people were saying it was Rey Mysterio, but I don't think it was against Rey. I think it was a different masked wrestler. But whatever the case may be, whether it was him or not, I need that spot recreated. I need that to happen, and I need it to be emphatic. It needs to end the match, because this is a long time coming. We've been talking about Rey in this capacity for 2 calendar years now, and nothing has changed. So that means somebody needs to deal with him with the source, because I mean, for you to run from your child because you just don't want to address him, you don't want to deal with him the way a man needs to deal with his kid when they acting up, like, that's a problem. Like, Edge has done more work in the last 2 weeks to parent Dominic than you have.
And you know, it's crazy. The whole
20 plus years.
The whole roster know he a hoe too.
Oh yeah, of course.
AJ Styles came out. He had something slick to say about it. He said, "I'm gonna beat you like your father should have," some shit like that.
Oh yeah.
I'm just paraphrasing.
Listen. AJ lets you know straight up when they called him out. They're like, listen, I'm a kid that beats his kid's ass. I'm a parent that beats his kid's ass. So you don't got to look for me.
Yeah.
I will appear on site. I'm not about that. Like y'all ain't gonna punk me out. But Ray, on the other hand, you can get away with murder with him.
No smoke.
Yeah.
And then, so he who he gets traded for, right? We find out on Monday that he got traded for Baron Corbin. And Baron Corbin, last time we saw him, he got in the JBL limo. I ain't seen JBL limo or Baron Corbin for the last 6-7 weeks. And then I just see JBL limo pulling up on Monday. I'm like, man, Corbin better be with him. Because you know me, I'm a Corbin guy. I miss some Corbin on my TV. I seen Corbin come out with one of the worst fits I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But we ain't going to talk about that right now. We're going to talk about the fact that Baron Corbin got traded for Rey Mysterio. He's back on Monday Night Raw. With Baron Corbin on Raw, it'd be kind of weird. I ain't going to lie to you. But
yeah,
last time he was on Raw, it was very weird. But he's on Raw. He has JBL with him. And JBL said, you know what? We traded him. We got traded for that deadbeat Rey Mysterio. JBL, at that point, became the latest addition to the Young King's throne. That is WWE Hall of Famer, Grand Slam champion, the original longest reigning champion in SmackDown history, the wrestling god, John Bradshaw Layfield.
Yeah. And I'm at a point now where I firmly believe that he should have taken the belt from Rey Mysterio during that rivalry they had right after Mania, where he had Rey go up against a different monster every week. It was Mark Henry one week, then Khalid and Kane. Yeah, JBL should have won the title at that point in time.
I agree.
Because knowing what we know now, it should have happened. He deserved it.
And JBL's original title reign is, in hindsight, enjoyable. As a kid, He didn't like it, which was the whole entire point, which is why he's so great to me. Because looking at it from the adult's eyes, as a kid, I couldn't stand him.
Yeah,
Which
of
means
course.
he did his job great. I know
Right.
y'all used to cheering heels. We don't listen. I cheer heels too. I'm an adult. And I don't take it seriously like y'all. I like to laugh at y'all. So I cheer who I like.
Well,
Y'all be cheering the heels because y'all be too attached.
yeah, man. Like that man earned his Hall of Fame credentials when he
Fact.
was going at the border, throwing people back
Bro.
across the border on national TV. Like, come on, man.
Bro, some sponsors would have dropped.
Oh yeah, couldn't do that
2022?
today.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah,
Nah.
could never get away with that today. That was something that was good for the era, but only the era.
That was some shit. Like you can for some reason show a segment where you deport Mexicans in an election year and get away with it.
Right.
And for the Republican candidate that JBL probably voted for to win the same year.
Oh my god, I didn't even think about that either. They from the same state, so
Yeah, man. Big dub old Texas. They shoes from Texas or do.
oh man,
Hey, SpongeBob cooked Texas, bro.
yo, on
They was
another
frying
level.
Texas. They had
It-
Sandy mad as hell, man. She said, I'm gonna get physical on y'all because y'all can't fight.
I'm like, yo, it really made me think back. Like, who had a vendetta that big against Texas that they just spent
Hey,
30
Kevin
minutes of TV time just dragging an entire state?
Hey, I'm gonna go find out who wrote that episode. It's Googleable, so I'm gonna find
Yeah.
out at some point
Yeah.
while we doing this before the show over with. I will find out. Yeah, I'm gonna find out where they from.
Yeah,
Because you
I
can
would like to
convince
know
me that Jim Ross wrote that episode, and
yeah, I need that. That's pertinent information because yeah, it's one of the things. Again, you didn't think about it as a kid. Like, you was just like, oh yeah, this is funny. But now, looking back on it,
I agree.
somebody had an agenda for that 30 minutes.
Oh, so apparently the dude that wrote it was born in Texas, so he had a first-hand account. Shout out to him.
Oh man,
Let's get
That's
into
good
let's talk
stuff.
about this Halloween Havoc for the first time since 2000. I want to say is a pay-per-view for the first time in 22 years. So that should be fun.
PLE,
The quote-unquote pay-per-view. So let's get into this, man. Halloween Havoc, hosted by Shotzi and our boy Quincy Elliott.
Yes.
Hey, listen, I'm not a big Shotzi fan. So when Shotzi, I was looking forward to it. They was like, we gonna reveal the host of Halloween Havoc coming up after this commercial break. And I sat through the whole commercial break, had to sit through pizza commercials and cricket commercials and insurance commercials and young people with insurance, Liberty, love that commercial.
Right.
Had to sit through all that just for Shotzi Blackheart, Shotzi, whatever her name is now, to get revealed. And I was like, damn, it's kind of underwhelming for me. Because I was expecting somebody different. I was expecting, like, well, it made sense. She hosted it, 2 years ago?
Yeah,
Last
2020.
year? One of them. She hosted it. So
Yep.
it worked out. It made sense. But
listen,
I got an attitude.
I love me some Shotzi. It makes sense.
It did.
Uh-oh, what happened?
It did. I got an attitude though, because Shotzi came out and like I just said, I was a little deflated. But then Zion Quinn comes out, and I just got up and walked away from my computer. I couldn't deal with it. I was like, it's one thing to put Shotzi on my screen. Like I'll still watch for Shotzi. You put this guy on the screen, I can't do it. But then I heard Quincy Elliott music came out, and I sat back down because I don't know about you. I'm a Quincy Elliott fan.
Yeah,
I mean,
I can down. I rock with the character. I like it.
Yeah, the character funny, and I met Quincy Elliott like before he was Quincy Elliott. Like he was wrestling out here in Vegas. Took pictures of him, filmed his matches. didn't show much of that personality around me. So like it came as a surprise where he just, called himself posing with the Divas Championship. I was like, yo, we back. We
Yes,
back
sir.
with the Gold Dust, Billy and Chuck Patrick inspired gimmicks. So, and
Those
he
are
crazy
good.
over with the crowd. So he gonna be a good host.
Oh yeah, it's gonna slap.
Good host. So we're gonna go through these matches real quick, predict who gonna win, and then we're gonna see if we right. So we're gonna start it off in a spin the wheel, make the deal match. No stipulation chosen just yet. Well, we got Apollo Crews versus Grayson Waller, your boy.
Oh,
Who you got in this one?
good lord! I need
First, hold
Apollo.
on. What you think the stipulation gonna be first off?
It's gonna be something eye related because of that whole.
There's an option. I got the stipulation right here. We got a casket, a lumberjack-o'-lantern, biker's chain, buried alive, ring of fire, boiler room brawl, insane asylum, weapons wild, which weapons wild has already been chosen for the other match. We're gonna talk about that. We got a trick or street fight, a coal miner's glove on a pole, and then a blindfold match. So it's more than likely gonna be the blindfold.
Yeah, I'd put money on that. But now I need Apollo to shut this dude down. I need him to destroy this man. Y'all know I can't stand no Grayson Waller, but I think that's the point. I think ultimately he's going to get
stand JBL.
Yeah, he's going to get the upper hand on some guys from time to time, but he already did that to Apollo, and now he just needs to take this ass whooping like the man, and I think that's what's going to happen. But probably a blindfold match, but I'm taking Apollo.
Yeah, I got Apollo too. I don't see the point in Grayson Waller winning.
No,
but he might slip that one up. I think like every show since NXT has been 2.0. Every big event, there's always that one match where like somebody wins that I did not expect to win. Like Cora Jade versus Roxanne a few months back. That's one of those examples.
Right, yeah.
But I call Cora winning, but
yeah, that made sense though.
Yeah. So I don't see what makes sense with Grayson Waller winning. I ain't really been feeling this feud at all. I feel like Grayson Waller's been carrying it the majority of the time. He's gotten most of the TV time. Whenever Apollo pop up, he got blood dripping out his eye. I don't think they've explained what that's about.
Yeah, and the thing is, this is not the Apollo that was over for me. This is not the Apollo that was working. Apollo that was
took
working.
His blackness away and made him lame.
Yeah, it's like that the Nigerian royalty thing. Like y'all had a winner with that, and y'all just dropped the ball with it.
It is this Punisher, whatever.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like you could have had him on NXT still doing that, but
the Nigerian gimmick would have worked better on NXT.
Exactly. You could have had a title run out of that.
Which I don't. Yeah, we changing gimmicks that's kind of fire, like Giovanni Vinci. Didn't like that.
Yeah, like keep him in Imperium. That's fine, but you don't gotta take his gimmick
his
away.
Swag. Like, because all of them be having swag on Instagram anyway. So like, let them show some. Like, I know it's like business versus pleasure. They own the clock, so it's all business. That's kind of the point of Imperium. I get it. They can still. You remember like on NXT when they was backstage with Toxic Attraction and they was just like, yo, I know it's about business, but hey, fam. And then Giovanni Vinci was like, shit, I need to get me on some of that.
Right.
And he said, yo, fuck y'all. I'm about to
it's
get
like,
hoes, nigga.
Like, I'm eyeing it.
Yeah. Something like that. But yeah, we can talk more about that later. Let's get on to the next match though. This is my sleeper match for tonight. I kind of low-key can't wait to see this one. Even if the promos haven't been doing anything for me. But Julius Creed versus Damon Kemp in an ambulance match.
That's probably gonna be match tonight if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's like if Julius loses something like Brutus got to leave NXT or something like that.
Oh, word? Hold on, let me verify that.
Cause that That's factoring into it for me. Um, yeah, when you add like stakes like that into the match, then that makes me think, oh well, something might be happening. Either
Right.
way,
If Julius loses, Brutus Creed will have to leave NXT.
yeah. So I mean
I
that might mean
I tuned out versus that little via satellite thing because when Damon Kim get to talking, I can't do it, bro.
that's what I'm saying. But yeah, stipulation stakes like that make me think we might be in for a quick call up. Either way, I think this is probably going to be Julius Creed's magnum opus, at least in NXT. This is what I was waiting for, him to get a one-on-one feature match that's really going to slap. I don't see a reason for Damon Kemp to win this though. That's why I'm a little conflicted about. I'm gonna say
Outside of
Julius
getting the
Creed.
Creeds out of NXT, I don't see a reason.
Right. Like I'm gonna say Julius Creed for now, but I don't know. Like I said, just because of the stipulation, and because they only said Brutus, so unless you're thinking of splitting them up, which would be stupid now. Like we still got plenty that we could do, especially when they get called up. So it would be stupid to split them up, but I don't know. But once you hang this on it, it's kind of like because the same thing happened with Legato and Tony. That's how the family got split up. So
yeah.
But I'm playing it safe. I'm going with Julius.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Julius too. I think we see the return of Roderick Strong. He'll come out there and show that he loyal to the squad and help somebody get the win. Somebody Julius Creed and can't be nobody else. But yeah, that's kind of how I see that man.
Yeah.
Just don't have him talking either.
Yeah, that's. I've been saying like I've never been one that thought that Roddy should have been leading any kind of groups, but that's a whole different discussion.
Yeah, but yeah, I agree. Next up, spin the wheel, make the deal. Weapons Wild, Cora Jade versus Roxanne Perez. Who you got in this one? It's gonna go crazy.
It is gonna slap, and that's another.
We need the skateboard to not fail this time.
Yeah, please don't. But yeah, this is my sleeper match, and I think it's any question to me that Roxanne got to win this. A lot of talk is that the people backstage were really impressed with her on SmackDown this past week when she showed up. So she's another one that we might get called up sooner rather than later. I think a lot of people thought that she might be that person that they work on to dethrone Mandy, but we're probably going to bypass that looking after how the last week has been. So she got to win this, and then what happens after that, we'll see. But yeah, Cora got her win. Roxanne got to get her lick back.
Yeah, I got Roxanne winning this one. And then we can maybe move on from that as well. I think it would only be right.
Yeah, it's about that time. We don't gotta hang up on it at this point. Like it hasn't really been.
Roxanne might be ready to not beat anybody for that title down there either. She needs to just come up.
Yeah. Like this started off real hot and personal, and now it's just kind of like fizzling out. So we don't gotta go past this.
My bad. I had to clear my throat real quick. It was a little bit of silence.
You good.
You know that dead air. People be like, "What happened?" No, here, next up, this one. Open the show with this one, like you do every single time.
Yes. Yes.
You already know what we talking about, man. A ladder match for the North American Championship. We got Vacant putting his title on the line versus Carmelo Hayes, the former champion, Oral Mensa, Wes Lee, Nathan Frazier, and Velociraptor Vaughn. Who you got in this one, man?
So the easy answer is Melo 3 times, and I think he'd be the only person to win it for a third time, right? But I don't. Yeah. I think so. I'm not 100%, but if that's the case, it's an easy sell for me.
It's either him or Johnny Gargano. I guess you got to double check.
Yeah. So because it might be, but no, like I'm I'm terrified to death that they're
Daniel
gonna.
got 3.
Okay, all right. So he'd be the second. But I wouldn't be mad at that either because like we didn't said this. Give Melo whatever you got to give him. Just do it. Like technically, he shouldn't have lost the belt in the first place because Solo was already at his new place of employment.
Mm-hmm.
So that shouldn't count. But I'm terrified that they White Khali is gonna slide in here and steal a win. Because you look at this field, I'm sorry, nobody else really makes sense other than Melo unless they wanted to go in that direction. Because I don't know, for some reason, it was mainly Vince, but people backstage see something in this dude that none of the rest of us see. And if that's the case, then yeah, you put him in this match for what other reason? But yeah, I'm staying safe and saying Melo, but like I said, I'm scared because I feel like that's coming, and I want to see that.
Yeah, nah. I'm actually gonna go with Wes Lee on this one, man. I feel like he might get the feel good win. And if he was going for the feel good win, it's either Wes Lee or Nathan Frazier. I don't think Nathan Frazier is ready for it.
Nah,
they're not gonna give it to Oral Mensa because he just got here. And I think Melo can move on and do something different. I don't think he needs to win here because he wins and then what happens.
Yeah, you don't want to overuse that. And we have a trajectory for Melo, and at this point, we can just skip that and start handling the big boy stuff.
Yeah, that's all we need to do. So, with that being said, I think it's either going to come down to Wes Lee or it's going to come down to Velociraptor Bond. And you already know, man, we got to go with the brothers. We got to go with the brothers.
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. And
Wes Lee.
Yeah, I need that. I would be happy for Wesley because, the way things turned out for him in the last year. Completely. Yeah, we need that.
And then, honestly, you want to have him lose it to Vaughn at some point? That would make sense, too.
Yeah, I could stomach that.
Yeah, just don't have him win his ladder match. That's all. That's all we need.
Please, no.
And then for the NXT Women's Championship, we got Mandy Rose versus Alba Fire. And Mandy Rose next Friday will be 1 year as champion.
Damn.
Actually, it's Cap next Wednesday. Next Wednesday.
Okay. Well, there you go.
I was wrong.
So
factory reset.
Yeah, man. Like, I know they had a match previously.
Yes,
when she was still Kaylee Ray. So
pinned her in the middle of the ring.
Yeah, I can't.
Longest reigning women's champion in WWE history.
Right. I can't see Mandy winning this again because you don't want to kill this woman's credibility because Kaylee Ray, like you just said, longest reigning women's champion that didn't get acknowledged in the company's history because of being in NXT UK.
I don't think they've acknowledged it yet.
No, not a word of it, and that's telling. But
I'm gonna need Booker T to say something.
Yo, listen, Vic. She the longest reigning women's champion, dog, and I think she gonna beat Mandy Rose now.
Yeah, man. Like,
was that good? Look. Let me know if that was good.
Yeah. We cool. Yeah, man. Because realistically, out of these, what is it, 6 matches, you're not gonna see much title change. Like, you gotta crown the North American champion because it's vacant. Mm-hmm. Vacant got to give it up at some point. I don't expect to see really much title changes. So, listen, Mandy, we done already said, has done a complete makeover of her career in NXT. She done did everything she needed to do. At this point, all it needed is to just pass it on to the next person who's going to carry it for however long. So this would be a solid point to do it. She did win it at Halloween Havoc last year. So this would be a full calendar year for her. So you can drop it to Alba Fire like that. There's very few better options at this point. But yeah, I can't see a scenario where Mandy wins. It won't bother me because I mean I don't know who you would drop it to if you don't. But I mean, yeah, I don't see any way. Like I said, it doesn't make sense for Alba Fire to lose again.
Yeah. Give me
Strange
Alpha
things
Fire,
have happened
man.
though.
Let's get it, man. What
Yeah.
more can I say? Jay-Z.
Yeah. It's time to happen.
And Raw needs some women too.
This is true.
There's no reason Monday Night Raw with 3 hours should be having like 2-3 segments with women throughout the whole show. And one of those was Judgment Day. And that was all men but Rhea Ripley. And then the other one was like Damage Control did something backstage. And it was like one match. And that's because there's not a lot of women around right now. Like a lot of the women are out, either hurt or they just, inactive for whatever reason, or they on SmackDown or NXT. So Mandy Rose can come to Raw, and if
bring Toxic Attraction with her.
Yeah, both of them. That was with Sonya, so put Sonya with Toxic. Fuck it.
Yeah, that's true.
4 women right there.
I won't be mad.
Simple, easy. So yeah, we're going with that. And then in our main event for the NXT Championship, we got Braun Breaker versus the former NXT UK champion who never lost his title, Ilya Dragunov, versus Cranium Priest. Who you got?
Oh man, damn. Listen, man, I said this before. I'm gonna say it again. I don't see anyone other than the Chosen One to beat Braun for this championship. JD McGoddamn his head big. I don't got him winning an NXT championship. I don't have that in the cards right now.
Ever.
Or at any point in time. Yeah, at any point in time. I don't see it. Like, he was solid as a cruiserweight champion. I don't think that they are building him to be that guy. Ilya is not a bad choice at all, but I don't feel like with him just coming in now, because a lot of the guys, they waited a minute for NXT UK for the end of that before they started cycling in. I think there's still more for him to do before we circle back to him potentially winning the title, but it's not here yet. It'll probably be a dope match, but no, Braun has a date with the A champ to crown the real A champ, and I stand on that. So until that happens, it's Braun all the way.
Shout out to Kevin Owens. He got a personal vendetta. Something. Hey, listen.
He was frying that boy.
JD.
He
was frying that boy.
He got cooked.
Hey, you didn't go down like that, huh?
He got cooked.
That was that Soldier Boy shootout. Hey.
He was frying that boy. It was
that was something personal. He had to let him have it. Hey, JD held his own. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. Yeah,
I can't cap. He
got some barbs. He can throw them back. You know what I'm saying? But
he ain't let it rattle him. I'll give him that. If
that's
I got
true.
to compliment him on something,
he got ice in his veins about it.
Yeah. Which, I mean, you got to develop that. Folks been calling you a weirdo creep for the last going on 3 years. You got to do something about it.
That's what I'm saying. And just got a walnut on your head, bro. Like, that's just something you're gonna have to live with. People just coming at your neck.
Hey man, that neck can hold a lot of weight, clearly.
Yeah, that's strong. I've seen some strong necks in my day, but good Lord, that one's working overtime.
Hey man, we got 2 more matches to preview real quick. Tag Team Tuesday coming up. We got tag titles on the line. Pretty Deadly versus Idris and Malik, man. Who you got?
I wanna so badly. I want to stick with my brothers and see them prosper in this moment. But Pretty Deadly just won the belts in that unification match. I don't see them really doing a lot of quick turnovers because Pretty Deadly is a very entertaining tag team. I feel like they're gonna milk that for all it's worth. And Idris and Anafe, I think they got a date for them to have their moment, but it might be getting held up for a little bit longer. We gotta refocus, you know what I'm saying? Get your head out the hose, you know what I'm saying? Take some time and really get some big quality wins and build back up. And I think this is gonna be a good match, but maybe not yet. Maybe not yet. I think Pretty Deadly got just a little bit more to go with this.
Listen, I agree, but I'm gonna go hard over head with this one, man, because y'all got to rep for my brother.
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. And
I had to do that one. Issa Rae, I'm rooting for everybody black.
Amen.
So,
yes, sir.
Which brings me to our next one. We got Nikita Lyons and Zoe Stark taking on Team KC for the women's tag team titles.
Oh boy!
And depending on how this match go, I might, depending on how this match go and where they put it on the show, I might want to turn it off. Because let me go first real quick, because I for literal years on this show's been around for years. So for years, I have been saying we got to get Team KC these tag titles. And there wasn't no tag titles around but the women's, the main ones.
Yep.
So I was saying, they said all three brands could compete for them.
That's a fact.
For years, I said, let's get them at least a shot. So then when
Right.
NXT get actual tag titles for the women, it was still very hard for them to reach the last couple months. Like they had to fight and claw and scratch. Like they said during the contract signing, they said, we know better than anybody how hard it is to get these. So I'm going to need them to keep that same energy in retaining them, because I didn't go this long begging for Team KC to win the tag team championships just for them to lose.
Mm-hmm.
Because my girl Kaden Carter, but she be taking some L's in these single matches.
Bruh.
I'm rooting for everybody black.
Yes, sir.
So Kaden Carter and damn it, what's her new name? Katana Chance.
Yeah.
I'm going for y'all.
Yeah, man. I remember when Bailey and Sasha were running the whole show in WWE, deep in the dark days of the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
They came down to NXT, and that was the first inkling I said. I'm like, that's an opportunity right there, because Casey and Kaden was like right there at their neck. Like, yo, what's up? Y'all the tag team champions. We a tag team. What's up? That was 2 years ago. So, like you said, it's literally been years that we've been asking for this, and they just been in match after match after match that they don't get it done. And this particular situation scares me, because I don't know why Fikita and Zoe are still tagging up, going after tag team championships. So I'm very concerned, but I'm going to hold. Yeah, I'm going to hold strong on this as well. I believe in Kaden. I believe in Casey, Katana, whatever the hell her name is. Like, I believe in that unit. So I'm going to hold strong on this. I hope they do retain. I expect them to retain. It's got me worried, because we all know how high they are on Fikita, and Zoe getting a little mini rocket on her back too. So, but I'm gonna stick with them. I'm gonna stick with the squad, because this is well deserved, like we've been saying. So I think this will be a statement win for them, if nothing else.
And that's what is needed. Some assertiveness.
Yeah.
And then whatever. Listen, y'all know me. Nikita Lyons, y'all know me. Zoe Stark, y'all know me. I fucks with both of them. I don't want to see them win. I don't want to see them tag team no more. I don't care.
Not this match.
I don't care. I don't care about them as a team, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't give a flying fuck. It's just I don't get it. Let them do their own thing.
Yeah, let them win anything else, just not this.
So that's it, man.
This is reserved.
That's it.
Right.
That's it. That's all. That's all I want. But yeah, Young Kings Wrestling, we back. We out of here. It's the end of a show. Says let's run that timer, Matt. Plug the socials.
Y'all can find me at Recapper24 on Instagram and on Twitter. Also, go check out Havoc Hour, where I talk sports and entertainment on all platforms where you find Young Kings Wrestling, Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcasts. The video versions are up on YouTube. Just started NBA season back up. Football season is in full swing, so I got to get on my sports back up and running. So look for something this weekend. And check out the Instagram page as well, _the Havoc Hour _. I keep the updates on the page as well.
Hell yeah. And shout out to the Lakers for being tied at the half with the Clippers. I bet on the Lakers. I'm sorry, I bet on the Clippers tonight.
Oh, okay. There we go. I was about to say.
I bet on the Clippers, so I'm gonna need the Lakers to y'all can win. Hey, my squad, but shit, I'm trying to win some money too, man. I had a bad weekend in football. I told you about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm the thespian TC Fontaine. You can follow me on Instagram if you feel so inclined to, tc.fontaine. You can follow me on Twitter at TC Fontaine. You can follow me on Instagram again on my photography page at FOI Photo 702. You can follow us on Instagram at YK Wrestling, which is also our Twitter, which is also our Facebook, YKWrestling.com. Links to all the platforms. We on Amazon too. So if you got an Alexa, just tell your Alexa, play Young Kings Wrestling podcast, and she got it. So big shout out. Trying to move up in the world. SeatGeek, use that promo, man.
Hell yeah.
Got events coming up. I might use it. I'm trying to win tickets first before I decide to buy them. Because why would I spend my money on these tickets when I can win them? The Patriots coming to town in December versus the Raiders. That's my squad. So I've never seen my squad play before. I've had tickets to see them play. You remember the game versus Kansas City in 2014?
Oh yeah.
Patriots lost 14-41. They didn't lose another game for like 8 weeks after that.
That was a Super Bowl year.
Yeah. They won the Super Bowl that year. They said, "Yo, we're losing to the Chiefs in 2014. We're getting bashed."
No.
And it was
No.
The only reason I didn't go is if y'all remember that game, it was raining, storming, Kansas City. I wasn't driving from Omaha to Kansas City on a Monday night and driving back, and I got work in the morning during a thunderstorm. I just wasn't doing it.
Yeah.
So,
we skipped that.
I kept the ticket stub, still got that. Never went. I'm glad I didn't. I would have been miserable.
I'm about to say that would have been a long night.
So check us out on all the platforms, man. I don't have a song for y'all. I do want to, while the timer's running, I do want to explain why I kept my shades on the whole episode. I got bit on the face by something last week. Don't know what the fuck, but my face been swollen all week long, and it's been just a big ass red, and like my eye kind of been puffy. So I put the shades on because I don't want y'all to see my deformed face. I was looking like Will Smith on Hitch when he had the allergic reaction.
Bruh.
That's how I was looking on like Sunday or Monday.
Oh man. That's wild.
So yeah, I don't want y'all to be like, man, who does dude think he is wearing his shades? I'm the thespian.
Yeah, this is true.
So we can cut that timer out, man, because I'm gonna need y'all to call Tyrone.
Yes, sir.
Tell him come on and get your shit, because I'm leaving. We gone. We out of here. Y'all have a good weekend.
Oh, real quick. Right before we sign off. 10 seconds. Shout out. I'm just seeing this now. Shout out to Rhino and Heath. Just won tag titles and Impact. Yeah.
Today is Thursday.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm gonna have to go watch that episode.
Second company in a row they won some tag titles. I love to see some units sticking together in different places. That's good to see.
They was out here doing a meet and greet last year together.
They really tight like that. They really
homies for real.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Shout out to Heath and Rhino. We out of here. Gone. For real this time.